I want every game. I want the best players in those games, and just to make it even and fair, and to watch the best athletes in the world play, whether it's football or basketball. And so hate to see the injuries pile up, but that's what's happening. Did it. We did it, you guys. Google and Disney, they came to an agreement. ESPN, ABC, Disney, whatever other channels Disney has on YouTube TV are back on YouTube TV. Exciting news for us sports fans. Something else hidden in that agreement? Obviously, we don't know the details of how much and exactly for how long they're good for, but it did say the agreement is for multiple years. So does that mean 2 years or does that mean 5 years? I don't know. But either way, the majority of sports are back on YouTube TV, and that is huge news. Huge news. So excited about that. But man, that's part of it. The other exciting, cool thing is that when they were doing all of this negotiating, they have also agreed, Disney has agreed to put ESPN Unlimited on YouTube TV. So if you know all this nonsense and the negotiating and why Disney wasn't on YouTube TV, there were like conspiracy theories that they want to move everybody to their app and get people off cable, which really doesn't benefit Disney because with all of their channels on YouTube TV, Cox, Infinity, DirecTV, they're making monies. As far as the bottom line and business goes, it would have been stupid for Disney to not negotiate and get their channels back on YouTube TV because they're going to make more money from doing this anyways. But now we've learned that ESPN Unlimited will be integrated into YouTube TV. They say this will take place like in the next year, really. So it might not even be until the end of 2026 that this happens. Okay, that's fine because we still get all the ESPN channels now on YouTube TV. But the cool thing is that it adds ESPN Plus with ESPN Unlimited to YouTube TV. So that'll be cool to have ESPN Plus on YouTube TV, especially for someone like me who I am an Oklahoma State guy. I went to Oklahoma State. We suck in football. We're getting better in basketball, but a lot of our games are on ESPN Plus. And we've had some football games on ESPN Plus, which is fine. We have that, but you have to go to another app. I know, first world problems, but now that ESPN Plus will be added to and integrated into YouTube TV with all the other ESPN channels is pretty cool. They're also saying that there won't be a price added on to that. Like it'll be included in whatever the price is. Then my other concern is right now, YouTube TV is $82.99 a month. Because of this deal with Disney and them adding ESPN Unlimited eventually, is the price per month going to go up? Could happen. I also wonder if YouTube TV will add tiers, meaning you can get these channels for this price, or you can get all the channels for this price. Or if you're a sports fan, you get all the sports networks and then just some basic channels for this minimal amount. I could see that happening. Could be good. Could be good for YouTube TV. Could be good for all the above, even the consumer. Like, it'd be great if my bill went down and I still got all the channels I wanted, if that's a possibility. So that is super cool. Good news. And I'm glad it's multiple years, so we don't have to worry about Disney and all of their channels leaving YouTube TV anytime soon. But there's always disputes and carriage disputes. So I won't even be surprised if in the next month there's some banner on YouTube TV saying that we're not going to get HGTV if they don't come to an agreement or something. It happens. But this one is resolved. So now we can move on and we can watch our sports on YouTube TV if you are a YouTube TV subscriber. No more having to figure out a 5-day free trial on Fubo. Should I get Hulu Plus Live TV? Should I get ESPN Unlimited? Should I get a Sling Day Pass? No more having to worry about that if you are a YouTube TV subscriber. So that is awesome. I'm excited. moving forward, don't have to worry about it anymore. Good times, good times. Other stuff happening in sports. I hate this time of year for this reason, because I feel like November seasons are, in full swing for the most part. I mean, football season's halfway over. NFL, I'm talking about pro sports. NBA is a month in, barely. Not even, actually. And injuries are starting to pile up. And I hate it. I hate that there's injuries. And I understand that there's injuries, and it's part of sports. But man, I just hate it. Like, in the NFL, you've got, Aaron Rodgers went out, and Michael Penix Jr. went out for the Falcons, and he's likely done for the season. And there's just some other injuries. There was another, I can't even think of who it was, but there's just injuries piling up, people getting hurt. Get it, especially in football. Football's a violent sport, but they seem to be piling up in the NBA. You've got Wembanyama out for now, apparently a few weeks because of a calf strain. Giannis left the game yesterday because of a groin issue. No idea if he's going to be out or for how long. Obviously, LeBron James, first time in his career he didn't even get to start the season. What else? Someone else. I mean, you've got other injuries just piling up out there. Paul George just returned for the season. He was out to start the season. And so I hate it. I hate injuries. We saw it with last year with Chet Holmgren breaking his hip. And so just some bummer news when it comes to injuries in pro sports. And it happens. And I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm just more attuned to it, but I almost feel like it's happening more and more frequently, where players are getting hurt and they're out for longer periods of time. And it's weird too that it's like, I mean, there's been Achilles injuries obviously over the years, but I just feel like those piled up in the last couple years with Halliburton and Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant had that happen. And obviously Kobe, however long ago that was. Just the long-term injuries you hate to see happen as a sports fan, because I want every game, I want the best players in those games, and just to make it even and fair, and to watch the best athletes in the world play, whether it's football or basketball. And so I hate to see the injuries pile up, but that's what's happening. Well, you know what else has been a weird thing this year too, and why it's in the NFL? Why are people spitting on people? What is that about? It's disgusting. Stop spitting on people. It's not great. And you're going to get caught. Like Jamar Chase, if you didn't see, spit on Jalen Ramsey on Sunday when they were, Steelers versus the Bengals. Jalen Ramsey is a safety for the Steelers, and Jamar Chase is a wide receiver for the Bengals, and they were getting into it, which it's competition. And Jamar Chase spit on him. And then Jalen Ramsey grabs his helmet, throws a swing, and he gets kicked out of the game because it was like his second time, because they got into it like 5 minutes before that, literally. And so he had his warning and then he got kicked out. But Jamar Chase didn't kicked out. But obviously they're like, hey, this is what happened. So now Jamar Chase is suspended for a game. Stop spitting on people. Like, I don't get it. It's disgusting, for one. Like, and it's just super degrading to spit on someone. Just stupid and immature. And it happened earlier this season too. I can't remember who it was, but it was Dak Prescott and somebody else got into it, and Dak got spit on, and just wild. Just wild and gross and stupid. That's really all I have. I just wanted to talk about the YouTube TV thing because I think it's cool with ESPN Unlimited. I think that's a good thing. A very good thing. That's all I got.